we came to a point where it's like, we're working so hard, but why are we doing all of this, right? And it's at that point we realized this was, if we continue to do this, it would be, continue to be unhealthy, and it would start to affect our relationship as business partners as well. So, one of the things that I like to reflect on is, again, why are we doing all this? And if you think about the amount of risk that you take as a clinic owner, there's a huge amount of risk. You think about the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you risk to start your clinic or to buy your clinic. The hundreds of thousands of dollars, like if you have a loan, maybe it's secured by your house. Now you're bringing your own personal property into the equation. The millions of dollars in malpractice and employee liability, and on top of that, you're working 70 hours a week. You're sacrificing your personal time with your family, as well as your friends. And then the worst part is that you don't have a pension, and potentially you don't have a retirement plan, right? So all of those things combined creates this huge amount of imbalance. And so whenever I ask that question to myself, like, why are we doing this? It always comes down to the fact that the reward has to be worth the risk, right? So I'm going to say that again, the reward has to be worth the risk, right? And so, when I look back at when I first started, why did I want to become a clinic owner, right? Was it because of the money? Possibly. But when I dig a little bit deeper, it really comes down to freedom. To me, being a clinic owner means that you have freedom to make choices, in your life, whether it's, I want to work, some people want to work 60, 70 hours a week, but the other choice is to be able to build an elite team, a team of people that can help you, so you don't have to work 60 and 70 hours a week. You want to have the choice so that your business can grow into something amazing, where you have, these systems and processes, and you have this team that can help support you, where your business can become your retirement plan, right? And so really the freedom is about having, the team, the people, and the processes to help you run your business, so you don't have to be there 60, 70 hours a week. And the nice benefit to that is that this will actually significantly increase the value of your business, right? And we'll get into that a little bit more, right?
Yeah. Who right now agrees with what just Paul talked about? Like on why they became a clinic owner? If you do, can you type in like yes in the chat box? Just want to see whether this resonates with like our people. All right. Totally. Awesome. There's so much risk being an owner, guys, and I think a lot of our staff don't realize how hard it is, like liability. We've been sued so many times, right, Paul?
No, well, not so many. I wouldn't say so many times, but we've been sued, yes.
But malpractice, right? So
yeah,
absolutely. The reward, right?
And that happens in every clinic, that happens across every industry.
Yeah.
But that's a stress. That's something where, do you, if you're sort of putting that much stress upon yourself, there has to be some sort of carrot at the end of the day. And again, like I said, it's not necessarily about money. It's more about having that freedom, having that choice to be able to make, choices in your life, right?
Yeah. I think for me, like the reason why I became an entrepreneur is because, like I love entrepreneurship, but also I love spending time with my daughter, right? Like I have a 3-4-year-old. And I love walking her to school every day. I love picking her up from school. I love being involved as a parent, and that to me, I can only do that if I actually was to be an entrepreneur, to be an owner.
Yep.
And I think you can do that, right? So
I think you bring up a great point in terms of, trying to figure out why we're in this business. I think everybody on this call is a special breed of person. When I look back at like, would I have actually, when I think about all the stresses, when I think about, what it took to get to this point, some days I feel like maybe I wouldn't have done it. Maybe if I knew what I knew then, what I know now, maybe I wouldn't have done it. But most days it's not true, right? Most days I don't mind the stress, because that stress will equate into freedom. It will equate into more choices for myself, for my family, and my friends, right? So